Just a few days ago, the Secret Lair Cats and Dogs deck went on sale, and maybe you are like me, you just got your deck in, and you are ready to upgrade it. Well, on our last stream, Joel and I did a full upgrade of the Rin and Seri Cats and Dogs deck. We're going to go over cards we would cut, we're going to go over cards that we would add, we're going to draw some test hands. Make sure to use chapters below and skip around if you want to find a specific spot in the video. Deepest gratitude to our esteemed patrons that allow us to do this channel full time. We love you so much. We love you, 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 love you a million infinity. All right, really quick, big shout out to our channel sponsors, Card Conduit. That's a great spot to sell singles. If you have a bunch of cards that are kind of piling up, then definitely check out Card Conduit. You can find links to all of our channel sponsors in the description of the video. Also, TCG Player. That's a great spot to pick up singles. It's a huge marketplace, lots of sellers and a lot of competitive sales go on over on TCG Player, so definitely check out TCG Player. Dragon Shield, we've been using these sleeves for more than 10 years, probably like, 12, 13 years at this point. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then there's going to be a special emphasis on Moxfield in this video. You're going to see we use Moxfield. Moxfield has tons of amazing search parameters. It's a beautiful spot to organize your cards, and it's a great spot to organize your decks. So if you do enjoy this video by the end of it, make sure to click like and subscribe, and enjoy this Raining Cats and Dogs deck upgrade.
Typically when we do our upgrade videos, we've got them pre-planned and we've got a tight little edit on them. We're going to do a little community upgrade here. Chat, we need your help. If you're watching this after the fact, you could have been here with us live to upgrade this deck. We got 100 cards here. What we typically like to do is take 10 cards out and then suggest 5 cards that are under $10 and 5 cards that are over $10. So, looking at this, Jake, I suggest we start with cuts. Yeah. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I think we should start with cuts. I think we should look through, see if there's anything that obviously stands out, and then we'll go through and we're going to see what we would put in.
Rin and Seri Inseparable. This is the exact build currently that was in the pre-con that they sold through the Secret Lair. And so here we are looking for first our 10 cuts. And we're going to add 5 cards under 5, 5 cards under 10, 5 cards over 10. Oreskos Explorer can be good. This one feels fine to me. White Mane Lion can save a thing in a flash. These Changeling cards, I like that they included Changeling cards in here. So this is one. Chat, what do y'all think of this card? Bloodline Pretender. I always see people running this in Kindred decks, and I'm just like, I don't love this. It's a 3/3 that grows, and that's literally all it does. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever another creature of the chosen type enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Come on. Like, I get that it counts and it triggers our stuff, but there's got to be better cats and dogs. I literally have not looked at this to see like what the notable exclusions were from the Secret Lair list, you know?
This is probably a cut. It's just like a Tor and Mauler kind of thing. It's going to get bigger, but I mean, it's a triggers 2/2 for 3.
It triggers both cat and dog.
Yeah.
So it's got upside because of that. But yeah. I mean, so what we do here, chat, I'm just going to move the cuts to the sideboard. These aren't final. We'll finalize everything, but I'm moving cuts to the sideboard of this deck. Y'all can actually, oh, this is unlisted currently here, chat. Y'all can see this. I didn't want to list this one until we had gotten it done. But that's the list right there, chat, if you want to follow along at home. Now everybody's following along. Brimaz. Super good. Feline, super good. Fleetfoot. This is another one like White Mane Lion. I'm like, I like these effects. It gets something out of targeted removal.
Green or white.
Basically, it just like... Yeah, Zach, that's a good question. So we should be clear on what we're trying to do, because we are going to go through with tags and tag these. Whenever you cast a dog, create a 1/1 cat. Whenever you cast a cat, create a 1/1 dog. Tap it. With the activation of Naya, deals damage to any target equal to the number of dogs you control, gain life equal to the number of cats you control. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just create as many as you can and activate this. Maybe copy the activation the ability. And so these become really good because we get extra ETBs off of stuff. And we can protect things from targeted removal. Jenny Faye is insane in this deck. If you would create one or more tokens, you can create that many 2/2 cats with haste or that many 3/1 dogs with Vigi.
That's just fantastic.
Other cats, Anthem, love it.
I mean, +2/+1 Anthem.
Yeah,
like
on a 3 mana creature. Yep,
it's insane. Yeah, I like the go wide that this deck is doing. I think that's something that we definitely keep. I don't think there's any reason to, cut stuff that's going to work so well with our commander, but we will definitely find. I mean, I'm already seeing some stuff that I'm looking through here.
I'm kind of mid on this. Has anybody got a good defense for Kameno battle armor? Reconfigures
Goad is
4.
good.
Yeah, man, but
or equipped creature deals combat damage to a player. Goad each. I mean, it is each creature that player controls, which is pretty sweet.
This one triggers both pieces and makes our creatures enormous. This one's such a shoe-in.
Yeah.
This one is a shoe-in. This is one of the good changelings that I do recommend.
That is a good one.
We'll put I'm seeing some people say, yeah, fuck this card. Look, we're gonna put it into considering. We can always move stuff back. We need cuts anyway. We need 10 cuts. That's gonna be harder than it sounds because decks are getting pretty fly. Flying melee, as long as you control your commander, other creatures you control have melee. Oh, that's good. Holy shit. Melee is all creatures you control get +1/+1 for each player being attacked. So you just send them in 3 directions and all your creatures get +3/+3.
Oh, that's very good.
We got reminder text. Here we go. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each opponent you attacked this combat. And it gives all your other creatures melee. Shoo-wee! Stalking Leonin exiles a creature that's attacking you. Yep. Tarian Mauler, mid as hell.
Yeah.
It's crazy how far I've come on that card because I love that card, dude. When we first started playing Commander, I was just like, Tarian Mauler, come at me, baby, let's go. And now I'm just like, cut.
Alms Collector is fine.
Yeah, it's mid.
But it's just a card that, like, I mean,
it's a decent cat with upside. That's really all it is. I hate that it doesn't
Rin and
produce other
Seri
tokens.
is out, you're gonna get some value from it, but But yeah, it is pretty mid.
I'm kind of mid on it. We'll come back. We'll find cards. Jazzle's pretty good. Jetmir's top tier. Kit Kanto's top tier. ETBs create a 1/1. Beginning a combat on each player's turn, you can tap 2 untapped creatures you control. When you do, target creature that player controls get +2/+2 and gains trample, and they goad it.
Yeah.
Beginning of combat on each player's turn, you can tap 2 of your little token creatures. Goad one of their things, plus give it trample and a little half a giant growth. Round it up. This one
Your
to me
opponents
is
can't cast spells during combat.
This one has always been sort of I love this as a commander. I played this as a commander for a long time. Before Goad was on every card.
Sure.
When this was like the only card that had Goad on it, really. I played this a lot, but
I like this. I feel like this stays.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like it stays.
Sets Tiger ETBs, gain protection from the color of your choice until end of turn.
You gain protection from the color of your choice.
It's kind of situational, but the times it helps you, it's going to be dope. But are you leaving in this play creatures onto the board deck 4 mana up just in case someone targets you with a mind rot? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, it's like, yes, it plays well with Rin and Seri, but let's remember
all of this is going to. And there's a lot of other good cats and dogs out in the world.
That's true. And Rin and Seri says whenever you cast a dog spell, create a 1/1 green cat.
Yep.
And whenever you cast a cat spell, create a 1/1 white dog. And most of this deck is cats. So
it's a 4 mana fog. It's a 4 mana fog.
I would cut it.
T-Wolf
I think it's a cut.
I do too. Teamer Sabretooth I've always loved. I'm lower on it now than I was 10 years ago, but it's still a really good card. I don't know if this has been 10 years since it's been printed.
It's great with ETBs though.
Not quite 10 years. Oh yeah.
Great with ETBs, and there's a lot of ETBs going on.
Any of our things like Regal Caracal enters the battlefield, Create 2 1/1s with lifelink. Dude, your Teamer Sabretooth in that, your White Mane Lioning that, you're creating more tokens. Keeper of Fables, draw cards when non-humans deal combat damage. This card is great. Kasali Slingers, that or another cat ETBs. This is Aura Shards on a cat. This card is bonkers in this deck.
I mean, would you rather just run Aura Shards?
No, not in a deck like this, because I mean, yeah, but
I mean 3/5 reach is good,
right? For the extra 2 mana, you're getting a 3/5 reacher that plays with your Kindred. Spectre said, run both. So yeah, I do like this over Aura Shards in a deck like this. I find myself with Kindred decks a lot making selections that are like, oh, this is Aura Shards but plus 2 mana, but it plays with my creature type. Making those decisions a lot more because you're just trying to lean into the synergies. That one time you draw
having
Kasali's,
bodies is good.
Exactly, and it triggers your commander. Look at late game. You've replayed your commander after a board wipe. You top deck. What do you top deck? Either Aura Shards or Kasali Slingers. Which one are you more excited to see?
Right.
Just because of the
Walter,
nature of the deck.
Thank you for the 38 months, man. Holy
38 months. Look at that red and white. I've never seen that badge. 38 months.
That is, I think that's the 36-month badge. There's a few other people that have it as well.
Walter A., you're a real one, dude. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man.
Rico, how do I pronounce this? Can somebody tell me how to pronounce this?
Caracal.
Is that correct?
Caracal?
Caracal?
I think it's Caracal. Caracal, I think. But that card stays.
Yeah, we're gonna cut Caracal, right? No.
I don't think we cut that. No.
Greater Tanuki, 6 mana, 6/5 trample. And
it has channel.
It scales down to an early game basic land in a 3 mana deck. 3-color deck.
Okay, so late we're paying 6 for 6/5. This is a cut.
Yeah, dude. I slammed this.
This is an easy cut.
I slammed this and Jake goes, is that all? My turn?
And it can get hit with a freaking disenchant. I'm over it. Get
dude,
that
a
shit out of here.
disenchantable 6/5? Come on.
Come on.
Nakata War Pride must be blocked by exactly one creature.
Hit by Aura Shards.
Yeah, dude. Aura shardable 6/5s. Let's go. Whenever Nakatal War Pride attacks, put X tokens into play tapped and attacking that are copies of Nakatal War Pride, where X is the number of creatures defending player controls. Remove the tokens from the game and in a turn. This seems great. However, 6 mana, 3/3. Does it freak anybody else out?
Wait. No, it's insane.
Okay.
Because you're putting copies into play that are going to get you tokens that will persist when those go away.
No. It's a cast. It's a cast trigger. Whenever you cast a dog, whenever you cast a cat.
Never mind.
The ETB doesn't matter. No,
I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this game. I don't even know
Jake, this
any
is
of them.
the most complicated game in the history of the planet. Don't quote me on that.
I can't even read any of it. I can't even freaking read any of this shit. Don't quote me on that,
but I mean, sometimes you just gotta understand. There are magic
too
cards.
Much shit.
Too much fucking shit. I don't want to be here anymore. Fabine, boss's confidant.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't want to be here anymore. What'd you say? Nothing. We did too much fucking shit. Fabine, boss's confidant. A white, a green, a red, and 3 for a 3/6 cat advisor. Gives all of our creature tokens haste.
Yeah.
Supreme. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each player reveals the top card of their library for each land card revealed this way. You create a 1/1 citizen. Then creatures you control get +1/+1 until okay, hang on. Beginning of combat on your turn.
It's so much it must be good.
At the beginning of combat on your turn. I see a mythic symbol, I run it. That's a simple boy. That's what I am. At the beginning of combat.
Cat advisor?
Yeah, cat advisor, mythic. You're
Say
in.
no more.
You're in.
You're in.
I like your fancy pants. Have you been to Ravnica lately? At the beginning of combat on your turn. This is a Capenna card. See, it's a joke. Come on. I see those Capenna, those Ravnican hats you're wearing there. For each land card revealed this way, you create a 1/1. Then creatures you control get +1/+1 until in a turn for each non-land revealed this way. Then each player draws that card. Well, draws a card, but draws that card. This seems
then
good.
Each player draws a card. It is a little bit group huggy.
Sure.
Creature tokens you control have haste is very good. I like it. I think it stays.
Yep. Highcliff Felidar, 7 mana, 5/5 Vigi ETBs for each opponent. Choose a creature with the greatest power. Destroy those creatures. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that seems extremely good.
What the actual fuck is this? Is this what?
Each player shuffles all permanents
Wait.
he or she. This is in the deck.
No, it's not. Is this
It's
a
about
mistake?
to be cut. It's about to be cut, but
What's
no,
happening?
it is in the deck. Well, let's read it and see how it plays in.
I'm waiting on chat to tell me
Yeah,
what the fuck
I don't
is
know.
happening. This is actually in the deck. Wizards encouraged
It
this.
is in the deck and should not be. It should not be in the. It should not be in the deck. Let's
No,
cut.
I
Let's
mean,
cut this.
It's an interesting play in the deck. The idea is, I get it. You're making a lot of tokens. I understand a good way to use Warp World, but like, what has been the fucking point of this? To get our cats from our library? This card is not. That card is not.
I guess it's like because you're going to be trading out tokens and little middling cats for big threats, right?
Yeah, but
Maybe.
they come onto the battlefield. We don't even get to cast them. We lose our entire army that we've worked so
Yeah.
freaking hard to build and use that activation. Why would I want to do that? I get that it's cute. Bad
Yeah.
Christmas Spirit. That card is not what we're running. Destroy all creatures of power 3 or greater. Return all creature cards of power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. All right, hang on.
Seems good. That's
Hang
pretty
on.
strong.
Yeah. Yep. We just got to see less than or equal to 22. Okay, so 14 creatures. 14 creatures in the current build with power less than or equal to 2. That's not bad.
So you're going to be getting something back, probably at like a rate of 2, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe 2 things.
Don't y'all like that highlighter feature on Moxfield? Wow, what a feature-rich website. Yeah, I actually don't mind Dusk Till Dawn in this one. Obviously, these are all good. You can cut Cultivate for the other 2 mana one. What is it? Nature's Lore, Farseek, 3 visits. There's another one. Doesn't matter.
What,
You
the
can-
2 mana?
maybe this
I
is all
love
of them.
Cultivate, but
No,
no,
yeah,
Farseek.
I'm not saying go cut Cultivate. I'm just saying you can swap it out if you want to be like, wow, I optimize. Path, Crib Swap is only in here. Uh-oh, they printed a card with Tribal on it. Changeling, exile target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1. I mean,
Colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling.
this is another card where every single time I see a Kendrick
This could
deck,
be anything else.
exactly. I see this in Kendrick Lamar decks. I see this in Kindred lists all the time. And I'm just like, are you only putting it in there because this card is every creature type? I mean, I guess this is like 2 extra mana on your swords
Yeah.
to have it trigger dog and cat. Yeah, I moved to combat. I get it. You get a trigger and you get a dog and a cat. I get it. It's cute as fuck. Let's just run swords.
Yeah,
Are we
I
being
think
too
we
boring?
cut Crib Swap, and then I also kind of feel like White Sun Zenith isn't good in here either
I don't really
because
run it. No, you're not
isn't it
casting
supposed
cats.
to be because of it? Isn't it supposed to be a cast?
Right, you're not casting cats. This is one, if you're watching this after the fact, if you want to run this because it's a cute card that works really well with a Kindred deck, rock and roll, baby. Fire it off. I
White
will
Sun
say
is a good plan B. Maybe.
there's more argument for Crib Swap in this deck than I've seen in most other Kindred decks because it's all about the cast activate. I mean, it's all about the cast trigger with our dog cat. And so you can make an argument for this one.
Okay, I'm fine with keeping
We're
that.
gonna,
I mean,
let's put it in the sideboard and we'll see. We'll see where
is
we're at.
there a case? Okay. Basilisk
Like
Collar,
we've we've cut 9 cards and we're not even to artifacts and enchantments yet. So I feel like we're gonna find over 10 and we can just cut back and say, here's 10. We're gonna do our 5 budget and 5 bling. Yeah, dude, Basilisk Collar is insane. Our commander deals damage on an activation. Card draw on a token deck, Soul Ring, Arcane, Signet.
This card is good too.
Yeah, but this deck, this is a Nombo in this deck. We're looking at casts, not ETBs, not it's a creature when it's on the battlefield.
You may have it become a copy of any creature except it has haste. Yeah, maybe.
I'm
maybe
super
it can
medium on it. Herald's Horn's great. Oketra's. This is interesting in this deck because we are thinking some Anthem stuff, but our Anthem stuff has been pretty specific.
This is This is pretty sweet.
See,
You're
move to
getting
combat.
a
I'm with
lot of
you.
value on the cast with that, and then also getting your commander down and everything else in the deck with white down.
Oh,
it seems fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of into this because we're going to put in some anthems that are not going to look for creature type as well. But I mean, we're also running cards like Vanquisher's Banner, so maybe all of our cards should only produce cats and dogs if we are going to run cards like this. But 3 mana for a reducer is not terrible. I mean, Curse Mirror, the thing is this just doesn't do anything else with our deck. There's got to be a cooler card that does something at the very least that's similar to Curse Mirror, because all this is helping with, you can have it become a copy of any creature on the battlefield. So all this is helping with is the activation. It's helping our activation count 1 more dog and or 1 more cat, unless we are copying one of our changelings, and it's going to count for 2.
Or one of our opponent's creatures, right? It's not you control, it's any creature.
Yeah, but we're trying. Why would we do that?
I see what you're saying.
Now we're just running
I think it's
do
a cut.
thing.
I think it's fine being a cut.
It just doesn't play with the synergies.
What do you think of Maskwood Nexus?
I don't know why you would run it in this deck. I just, you're like, this creature type has plenty of support, but at the very least you can pay 3, make a dog cat. Pay 3, make something that increases the activated ability by 2. That's not terrible, right? That's got to do something.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
It lets... Yeah.
What a spec, by the way. Looking back at Maskwood Nexus, we didn't know that they were just going to be like reprints, reprints.
When it first came out, it was like a $2 card. Maskwood doubles Rin and Seri triggers. Yeah, I see. But it's create, right?
Oh,
isn't it supposed to be a cast?
It is a cast. But look what they're saying.
Asking.
Creatures you control are every creature type. So this turns all of our creatures on the battlefield into
Never mind.
2 count batteries.
It's obvious. It's a very obvious choice.
We got AA batteries across the field with Maskwood Nexus on the battlefield.
Yeah, got it.
Vanquisher's Banner is like a sure. It's a Kindred deck, so put Vanquishers in there if you want to. We don't have to cut that one. I love Impact Tremors in this. I really actually love Beastmaster Ascension in this.
Beastmaster Ascension seems very easy to get going.
Oh, dude. Hell yeah, it does. Takacia's Welcome is Soldier of the Meek? What is that card called?
Mentor of the Meek.
Mentor of the Meek, but you don't have to pay mana. It only happens once.
It's fine. Once per turn is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. I'm not a once per turn hater. I'm not like, ugh, it only says once per turn, we're not running it. All I'm saying is, isn't there better options? Couldn't we swap this out 1 for 1 with something? Maybe. Does it need to come out right now? No. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's just it does play with pretty much everything in the deck, which is good.
Right, exactly. That's the reason I think it is a decent leave. All I'm saying is, for the benefit of the person watching this afterwards who wanted to see like an upgrade process in right in front of them, this is a card where I'm like, okay, we can probably do better, but it's fine right now. It doesn't go against our synergies or be a non-bow, and so we'll take it. Like Anointed Procession, this card does nothing in this deck. I'm just kidding. It's awesome. It's insane.
Yeah, that's
it's insane. This
Cast out can go.
I don't know why this is in the deck.
I think to be cut.
Yeah, that one was one so that there's an obvious cut for people who need cuts.
This just grows your board, or it goes wide. Like it's really hard to cut a card like this.
It is, especially when we're looking for cats in the deck. I know these aren't cast cats, and so we're not getting that, but we're passively adding to our totals, and if our board is already wide, adding +1 counters to thing is insane.
Build it up.
And it's a Vigi. I think a lot of people always miss that it puts a +1 counter on everything, but it also gives them all Vigi. Imagine your entire line growing by 1 and getting Vigi every turn. Anyway, very good. Showdown is very good. I mean, it's good card advantage. It's interesting in a deck like this because you kind of have to take a turn off to play this. It's a way better standard card.
Like a cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Ooh, they put Lurking Predators in here. That's right. This is good.
Yeah, Lurking Predators will leave. When an opponent casts a spell...
Isaiah, you don't like it?
Whenever an opponent casts a spell, reveal the top card. If it's a creature, you put it onto the battlefield. I mean, my dude, we're running 28 creatures and we've cut like 5. And we're definitely going to add more back.
Yeah, whenever an opponent casts a spell. Yeah.
Everybody is saying cutting Lurking. Am I way overvaluing Lurking Predators in this deck?
You want cast triggers? Oh, yeah. It just helps you empty your hand. I see what you're saying.
No, it doesn't help you empty your hand. It pulls more stuff onto the battlefield for free. Y'all, this is free.
Yeah.
It doesn't give the trigger. No, it does. We don't get the trigger, but it's like we don't get the trigger from Felidar either. But nobody's talking about, I don't want free 2/2 white cats over here. Why don't you want free cats over here?
Well, here's the thing is I think that EDH has different it's obviously there's different perspectives because everybody plays in different power level type situations, right? There's some people that think if you're
EDH.
Yeah, there's some people that think that if you're casting something for 6, that should be something that's like ending the game, which is where you get like the comments like 6 mana, take a turn off, versus, you know, these pods that are heavily policed. And if you can resolve something like this, it could be the kind of thing that just grows out of control. And so, you know, for more battle cruiser type formats or more casual decks, I think cards like this really shine. So I tend to be in the camp that we keep this card.
Yep. Fixer said if we were in Dragons, Lurkin would be good. Yeah, you're getting better return on your mana there.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Spectre said rather play Elven Chorus. If you're not familiar, let's look at Elven Chorus real fast. It's a new card from Lord of the Rings. You can look at the top card. You can cast creatures from the top, and all your creatures can add mana. So,
yeah, I spec'd this card and bought like,
you know,
I
chat,
think 8 copies of it.
Chat and people watching after, more to people watching after, that conversation was for your benefit. You get to decide. We're not going to cut Lurking Predators because it's a nice $10 rare in this deck. But you've seen chat's opinion. You've heard our opinions on this.
Rin is good too.
Lean it in. Yeah. Lean it in right now. I'm not seeing off the rip any, like, I don't love the 2 or more basic lands, but
how much shit in here enters tapped? Can we look at that? Is there a way to
type land? Tapped 13 of them. Oh god.
All right, so I think those can be some cuts.
Yeah, but we're not going to sit here and fix the land base for this. We're trying to look at the like hitter cards, okay. You know. But well, that's
for
relevant.
For the sake of this, make sure that you cut some lands that enter the battlefield tapped.
Yeah,
replace them with things like you know.
And look, these aren't all created the same.
Doesn't necessarily like
Game Trail is very different from like Jetmir's Garden. Okay, you keep Jetmir's Garden. Please keep Jetmir's Garden in this deck. Game Trail, I'm kind of medium on it. Same Fortified Village. All of these, look, just when you go to upgrade the land base, because the land base needs to be upgraded in every freaking precon.
It does.
Just look at the ones that say enters tapped first. And look at the ones that say enters tapped and there's like no getting around it. Like Scattered Groves. I'd probably replace this. It's always going to enter tapped. It's searchable. I get it. It's cyclable. I get it. Just look for cards that don't come into play tapped, preferably.
I would cut like that kind of stuff and bring in like the most obvious thing for fixing a mana base. Add in some fetch lands in the colors, add in some shock lands in the colors.
The filter lands are better in this deck than any of these that you're seeing highlighted here.
That's true. Filter lands are great as well.
And they're cheap.
You know, even the pain lands, that kind of stuff is good. Yeah. So there's definitely ways to improve the mana base, but 100%. Yeah, for the sake of the video, so we're not going in here and cutting and bringing in a bunch of different lands. Maybe we do make like a video one day where we just talk about an EDH mana base, but I'm sure there is tons of that content out there already.
Well, we can make our own. We've got 11 here. We only need 10. That's how we play this game. 10 cuts, 5 budget ads, 5 bling ads.
Is this everything? We've looked through the entire deck and these are
Yep. This is where we're at. Of these, I have chat. What do y'all want to put back in?
Let's just put the crib swap back in.
Yeah, I was leaning towards either crib swap or alms collector.
Yeah, let's just put the crib swap back in. It works with our. Yeah,
it's an exile that creates us a dog and a cat.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's our 10 cuts. Chat. This link is active if you're watching this after the fact, or if you're watching now. This link is alive. This deck will be updated as we update it. So the cuts for this precon, in our opinion, are in the sideboard. So we have got, did we put, oh, sorry. We can put one more back in. I put this into considering and
is it, I mean, we can cut. What is the negative of having 11 things to cut?
I mean, it
just throws off the.
There's no negative. It's just we've never typically we can have 11. We can do 11.
Yeah, let's just cut these 11. I don't think there's a world where I want to put that battle armor back in there.
No, but maybe like Alms Collector. But yeah, we can cut it. We can make it 11.
Okay. 11, a good luck. That's a good luck number. What is the
so I guess a good place to start, y'all. Look, when I'm deck building, I look at EDH Rex. You might as well just look. You're not bound to their choices, but typically EDH Rex is going to give you like 10 cards.
I do agree with Shared Animosity. Shared Animosity will make its way into the deck. I don't think there's a world where we don't play that here.
So looking at our recommendations on EDH Rec, notable these. Okay, so it's only suggesting to us cards that are not already in the deck.
Yeah.
Moxfield is fantastic, where when you go in here and you look at EDH Rec, you can go back to the deck list here. Let me show you how I got here.
I mean, we obviously want like Coat of Arms as well, right?
Potentially. Right under the
Coat
search
of Arms
bar
seems very strong.
on the deck building website, y'all. If you click on EDH Rex, it'll pull those up from the website, and it won't include cards that are already in your deck. So pretty cool. I mean, Leonin War Leader, when it attacks, create 2 white creature tokens with lifelink that are tapped and attacking.
That seems like something that should probably be in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Kutzel is a cat warrior from Ixalan. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn.
Ooh.
It's already pretty good.
Yeah.
Whenever one or more creatures you control, each with power greater than its base power, deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. There's
a lot of Anthem.
There is that one cat that gives stuff +2/+1.
Yep. And the Caracal gives everything +1/+1. There's a couple others in there. The Vanquisher's Banner gives everything +1/+1.
Yeah, I think that's probably an ad. That's
is there an easy way to cheese
works.
this, y'all? To cheese getting power and
it's just like any anthem, right? Just anthems.
I mean, some anthems are. I mean, look at that. Gets +1/+1 for each other cat you control.
We did.
We probably run Kahira the Orphan Guard in this, right? It is a cat, and it gives all our cats +1/+1 in Vigi.
Yes. Kahira seems very good.
Okay, so that's 1, 2. So this is a $7 card that might get included. We've put 3 back in. Miri is like ultimate. When it attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature. What?
Yeah.
On our line? Are you serious? Holy shit.
Yeah. It's very good.
Do you like Pride Mage in here for some tech? Are we trying to go bigger than that? What is this?
I probably do like Pride Mage.
We can put things in considering. Maybe. That's the beauty of this as well. We put our cuts in the sideboard so that those are clearly partitioned off. But cards that we think maybe we can throw in considering. Give some other options too. If you're watching this after the fact, you're trying to upgrade this. There's some other options too. If your meta is more like artifact enchantment heavy, if the guy always beating you is playing that damn enchantress deck, put your Pride Mage in there.
You know, I see people complain about heroic intervention because it's not it's a defensive card, but I do because of that. Chroma's what is the one that came out of Commander Legends?
A Chroma's Will.
I think a Chroma's Will could probably come in here because it does what we want heroic intervention to do, but it also offers
some upside,
an offensive side, which is pretty good.
Whenever Sovereign attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, put a number of +1/+1 counters on that creature equal to the difference. That seems really good. We got to get some more anthems in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because then you have to start cutting stuff to like build around.
I threw this into considering. I said we're not doing lands, but Galvany Township at $1 for 4 mana, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Holy shit, that is good.
Yeah, that's good.
Run that.
That's good.
Run that. That's in considering. I'm gonna also
I'm
throw
seeing
some of these
Immortal
other
Sun.
lands. Yeah, here are the shocks, y'all. These are the lands we were talking about for your consideration.
Yeah,
Ours
stuff
is
like
normal.
doubling season, parallel lives, all that kind of stuff come to mind.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, let's put parallel lives in here as one of the bling upgrades. $23. If an effect would put one or more tokens on the battlefield, it puts twice those. That's so good in this.
I would do that, and then we're not getting around to doubling season value.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is going to be like a $60 or $80 card.
Oh, look at these 2 or more other lands, y'all.
Oh shit! Yeah, we do want Roaming Throne.
That can be the one of the bling upgrades. Absolutely, it's right up there. $20. Boom.
Yeah, we should do Roaming Throne.
All right, so let's see where we're at so far. What have we added? Let's make sure, because what we can do here is change the tags. And we can do, this is a budget upgrade, as is this. Oh, we can just add the tag to it there. And so now look, when we go to enable tags, we've got our different...
Oh, there we go.
We've got our different piles here. So
are those the only 2 things that we've added?
No.
For sure.
Oh, no,
okay.
not so far. Like Miri is $2.35, so we can drag this. Oh, I just did the wrong thing there. We can drag this up to our pile up here, and now it's one of our budget upgrades.
Oh, there we go.
Roaming Throne. Need a new category for that. Change the tags here. We're gonna go to bling upgrades. That is all of the kitties and doggies that we added.
Then we added parallel lives. It's a bling upgrade.
Oh yeah, that's a definite bling upgrade. Perfect. So we got 5 cards left to do. Yep, we've added 5 in. 2 bling upgrades and 3 budget upgrades. So 2 more budget, 3 more bling, or some combination therein.
Ooh, Mets WC is saying doubling season is down to 30-ish. If that's true...
Really?
Anime doubling season is $40 now. That's pretty crazy. Spectre is saying deck is mana hungry. I think Roaming Throne is better in this deck because your commander making the tokens, it doubles the triggers and gives... Yeah, I mean, it's just insane. Yeah, it might be time to pick up the doubling season. Would you want to add doubling season to this?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, let's look at the Rex here based on what we've got. Yeah, Roaming Throne's insanity. No Kutzel unless you add maybe 2 more. I do want to add some more anthems because we're kind of thinking of going wide here, and that might be another place we can upgrade, is cut out some of this other stuff for things that create tokens and go even wider. You know, I honestly expected it to be higher. I mean, camaraderie is higher than doubling season. Is that just based on how expensive it is? I mean, Odra Tack, if 1 or more tokens, creature tokens would be created, 3 times that many are created.
Yeah, like shit like that seems...
Here's a Chroma's Will, 14. That's a bling upgrade.
Yeah, I would add a Chroma's Will in here. Being able to protect your stuff, or also give the team lifelink and indestructible.
We're gonna put Odra Tack in considering.
Yeah, it's just such an insane card. Wow, doubling season is sub 40. That's pretty wild.
We're gonna put in considering. We might go back to that.
Yeah.
Chad, do we like this? Do we like this? Or are we just going... Should we just go our entire board is getting pumped? 2 mana for creature token pump? Oh my god, Idol of Oblivion in this deck is stupid, y'all.
Yeah, also, I mean, I do agree with Immortal Sun as well. And we talked about Aura Shards. There's a lot of stuff that could come in here.
Whenever another cat attacks, you pay 3 if you do against trample and plus X until end of turn, where X is its power.
I mean...
And at the beginning of combat on your turn, it gives another cat you control +3/+3.
I think it would be crazy to not put that in there.
It's dragged
just
some of
so
these
much. I mean, because then you get into like cutting
man.
Spirited Companion. You know, it's like you don't really need stuff like Spirited Companion.
That's what I'm saying. The true full upgrade of this deck, outside of the 10 or 11 swap to just instantly power it up, is really refining what your cats are doing, what your dogs are doing. I want to go for cats and dogs that also create creature tokens so that my board is even wider, you know? I want to create a bunch of stuff that's synergistic with like Miri where I'm going to make one super dog or cat that's got every keyword. It's a 2020, you know.
Right.
Which direction do you want to take this at a certain point?
Right. Yeah.
What else? So we added this.
Because then, yeah, you probably do get into cutting stuff like Teamer Sabertooth and Crib Swap and all of these, like, kind of like...
Right.
Yeah. Alms Collector. Oh, we did cut Alms Collector.
Mm-hmm.
Monument. Yeah, Mirari's Wake is good too.
Oh, lands at 38. And that's in our sideboard here.
Yeah, Zach was talking about card draw, and honestly, I don't think there is a lot of card draw in here.
No. Draw cards. We're gonna make it cards and only run cards that draw us multiple cards, and we'll sort of EA track and see what we get.
Like Harmonize. Oh, we do have Skull Clamp in here, right?
Skull Clamp and Return are 2. Rishkar's good. I would run Rishkar's over Harmonize.
Wait, is Skull Clamp already in the deck?
Yes. Yes, sir. Came in the deck.
Oh, it is. Yeah, okay. Okay, so there is some card draw there. That's good.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's like Rishkar's. Because it doubles. I mean, it just gives us extra value. Greater Good is not going to work in this deck. We just don't have huge power creatures to really pay that off.
Then discard 3 cards. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's got to be like a huge power. Yeah, I mean, Seize the Spoils. We can look at Big Score, any of the Unexpected Windfall.
Yeah, Big Score is fine.
Cards
I
like
like that it's instant speed.
A little bit of a ramp. Let's see what just says draw a card. What are we missing? Because some will be like, whenever this happens, draw a card, and it can happen a ton of times.
Mm-hmm.
Garrick's Uprising. I don't think we have enough creatures with power 4 or greater. I mean, Great Hinge.
Yeah.
What
I
about
mean,
just
Great
Beast
Hinge
Whisperer in this deck?
Yeah, I mean, Beast Whisperer is pretty good. I think that's probably a good spot to go.
Ooh, Toski. Now, hang on a second. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
I love that card so much, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't like creatures
We're
very
gonna
much.
we're gonna have one squirrel in our cat and dog deck, because Toski's gonna run into attack and they're gonna be like squirrel and have to chase it, and we're gonna get to draw cards. It's gonna be awesome. So back at this, back to deck list.
Oh, that's right. And there is that enchantment in there that works like a Mentor of the Meek that we were talking about that is in the deck.
Yeah.
Can we just look at the deck and see what is in the deck that says draw?
Uh-huh. Two of our budget upgrades. Skull Clamp, Vanquisher's Banner. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, draw a card.
Yep.
Spirited Companion, ETBs draws. Keeper of Fables is like what we just put in here. Whenever non-human creature deals combat damage, we draw. This is everybody gets to draw, so it is velocity for us.
And then there's the card.
Takasu's Welcome, and then Return to the Wild Speaker. It's not bad. 10 cards that say draw, it's not terrible.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
that's fine.
Oh, holy Zachary. This one, dude. Look at this. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. If this is the second time this is resolved, draw a card.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
So, like, you play a creature. Every creature you play is draw a card, basically, with your commander out, because you're going to have a creature calling. Yeah, we need one more bling upgrade here. So, I mean...
Mondrak, right?
Mondrak?
Or what about Immortal Sun?
Immortal Sun.
Yeah.
Seems pretty generic, right? Let me look at it again. Players can't activate Planeswalkers. Beginning of your draw step, draw additional cards. Spells you cost, cast one less. Creatures you control get +1/+1. I mean, yeah, it's just generically good. We don't have anything
just generically good.
Anything into like particularly pimp it out or...
Yeah, it's just generically good. Yeah. Does that fall under a bling upgrade? It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely falls into the category for sure.
Yeah.
It gives us a $10 plus one. Let me look at some of these.
What about Odritak?
Heroic is 10. Yeah, Odratak, we've got that in considering. I think that's a strong consideration.
And Mondrak.
Mondrak is a consideration for sure. Huge. We can go back and just look at all the considerations together and make our final choice here. We're looking for bling upgrades. I mean, like Teferi's.
Yeah.
Bling season.
I mean,
is
that's
already
always a good card. I've seen a lot of people talk about that card where it's just like, yeah, I just play it because why wouldn't I?
Oh, dude.
You know?
Yes, this is it. Brand new card. This is so exactly what we want. Creatures you control get +1/+1, and whenever a creature ETBs, it deals a damage to each opponent.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not
I also love Coat of
upgrade,
Arms.
but damn.
Wait, you know what we didn't put in here is Shared Animosity. Shared Animosity should be in this deck.
Probably so. Rhythm of the Wild is really good in this deck too.
Yeah, we have to put in. Oh, and Blasphemous should be in here. There's a lot of shit that needs to be in here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You can't leave home with everything. We'll add it to considering for sure. I did see it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Shared Animosity has to be in here. What
Let's
would
look
we
at
cut?
shared. No, I don't think we have. I mean, we have 99 cards right now. It's only 27 cents, so that's definitely a budget upgrade, but we can have a couple budget upgrades.
God, I remember when Shared Animosity was like a freaking
Scarce card.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so this gets it back up to 100. We've gone about $100 more on the value to my memory. This deck was like a 220 deck, if I remember it off the top of my head. $337 now, but the power that we've added between Parallel Lives and Roaming Throne, 3 cards that are going to draw you cards, 2 creatures that are going to pump and or add more creatures to the battlefield, an enchantment that's going to pump, and a Miri that's going to make your attacks unbelievably in your favor.
Yeah.
Plus a win con. We're just going to call Roaming Throne a win con. And then
Roaming Throne is so stupid. It just goes in pretty much everything. It's
pretty much
crazy.
everywhere it's going to be Roaming Throne.
Pretty much everywhere it's gonna be a Roaming Throne.
Sovereign Okenek Oahu. Sovereign Okenek Oahu. Oh yeah, we looked at this. Ward 2, 3, 4 for 4. When it attacks, for each creature you control a power greater than. Okay, so yeah, this is another way to build it. Honestly, Sovereign should be in the consideration because, again, the further upgrade of this is what are you doing? Are you going all in on tokens and anthems? If so, run Sovereign 100%. 100%. Are you going all in on, I don't know, again, just like equipping one big thing? Just seems like you want to try and go as wide as you can. Use the activated ability when and where you want if you can. But go crazy with your tokens, go nuts so wide, and try and anthem them up. We've got the cards that we cut in the sideboard. We've got the cards that we have added, tagged. If you go to this deck after the fact, we're going to make this listed now. Boom, it is not unlisted anymore. You click here, disable tags. This is probably how it'll come when you just go to the website. But if you click right here and enable tags, you'll be able to see our bling upgrades and our budget upgrades and the stuff we cut in sideboard, along with 14 cards that are kind of, they're representative of some other stuff that you could do. And or like,
it's hard to not put in War Leader's Call as well. That card is amazing.
Exactly.
Like I love what's going on with that in this deck.
Yeah, so
Last
if we were gonna
act, same kind of thing.
You know, further refine this, we would probably end up adding more anthems like War Leader's Call, stapled to Raid Bombardment.
Yeah, D-Hammer it is.
Goblin Bombardment. No.
And then you have stuff like Doubling Season, Mondrak, Ojutak.
Expensive. I mean, you know, these are more further bling upgrades that you can make, really. And then the land base. Look for your shocks, look for your checks, look for this, get this thing is good.
Township.
Yeah,
old Innistrad card. Yeah,
that card is good in this deck. I will say I like that card in this deck. Let's look at it real fast. All right, so this hand is not going to work. We're not keeping this, right? No We're gonna shuffle it up and send it back. Oof.
Probs not.
38 lands. We've drawn 3 in our first 2 hands.
Yeah, I would be going down to 6.
Yeah, let's just we'll restart, we'll go one more time, and then we'll send 1 card back. All right, so this is super keepable. And we just send back the Sabertooth?
Yeah, or like the strike horse.
I just like it because it's 3 and we don't need double green. Because we don't even have double green yet.
Yeah, Sabertooth is fine.
Move to bottom of library. Okay, so turn 1, we'll draw a card. We'll go Jungle Shrine tapped. Turn 2, untap. Whoops, I drew too many. We don't know there's a crib swap coming. Unless you control a mountain or a plains. So I suppose we just go ahead and play our mountain and get our pack leader out here. Other dogs you control get +1/+1. Whenever it attacks, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn to dogs we control.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, so we draw our quib swap. Our little quib swap here. We have 3 mana here. We don't have double white, unfortunately. We can go with our Sky Hunter.
Maybe. Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Oh, dude,
Herald's Horn is good.
Herald's Horn.
This would be a good turn for that.
Yeah, for sure. Just start the value train rolling. So here is where you're going to want to play your Herald's Horn. Get the Herald's Horn out there on the battlefield. We're going to choose... What are we going to choose? Dog or cat? Probably cat. We have way more cats in this deck.
Yeah, I would go cat.
Creature spells, cast 1 less.
Always going to be cat.
Beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you can reveal it and put it into your hand. Okay, so... and then we're going to swing at Jake with pack leader and piss him off and be like, I'm telling you, we got to kill Joel first. And then we untap. Draw a card. We are not going to reveal it because it is not a creature card of the chosen type. But it is pretty sweet to now have some options. I mean, and there we go. I mean, like, there's the game. We're here now. We can play our commander for 1 less than we've got here. That makes me really wish that this was a Swords to Plowshares so that we could stay untapped and have a removal spell and do a little interacting. But, you know, it's crib swap. It's fine.
No, I think it's good because then as soon as you cast it, you're going to be getting a lot of go wide.
Yeah.
And that's going to be big with your pack leader. So I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Let's do one more with it. See what we get. Yeah, this is a new game, so we're going to go ahead and use our Freemo. What the hell is happening? There's 38 lands in this deck. Everywhere we go, the shuffler is chasing you, dude.
Just go down to 6.
The shuffler is constantly after you. Restart.
Better.
Oh, it's better.
Keep it.
We toss Brimaz or Kit Kanto? Probably Kit Kanto, right? We can at least cast Brimaz. Yeah, this goes to
yeah, I mean, when you get to red, you're going to want the shared animosity. That ends up being like a win con in this deck.
Right. Yeah, and I can deal with 1 red pip. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll draw for turn.
I did like the idea of D Hammer said Skull Clamp Keep on the previous hand. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Getting ballsy with it. We don't have a turn 1, so we're just going to go ahead and Sun Petal Grove in. Turn 2, draw a card. It's a Realm Walker. We are the green player that does not ramp.
There's also obvious stuff like Smothering Tithe and stuff like Esper Sentinel that are just, you know, format staples that can come into the deck.
This is what we're talking about. Enters the battlefield tap. This is kind of a bummer here. Because now what we need to do is play this Sheltered Thicket tapped so that next turn we're lined up to play Rin and Seri.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we have to just roll the dice. Hey, it was an untapped land, but it was not a red, so it would not have mattered. And that's why we just play the Sheltered Thicket tapped, unfortunately, and there's nothing else we do that turn. Would have loved for this to be a shock land so that we can play Takacia's Welcome on this turn. Get this value trainer rolling.
Yeah, that seems pretty obvious. You want to go online with that on turn 3.
If this is a shock land, this is such a better board state to go into turn 4 with than tapped, untapped, and this in your hand. Rough. All right, so we go to this turn. We draw the force we knew was coming. We go Rin and Seri probably, just to try and hope that everybody's going to take pity on us and not just be like kill on sight commander. Untap, draw, Keeper of Fables. That's not a bad turn 5 right there, because here we're going to play, let's see, we've got 5. We don't have a 2-mana thing. We need more 2-mana things. So it's like not time to play this. This is not a terrible play right now. Whenever it attacks, put a 1/1. Whenever it attacks, put a 1/1 cat onto the battlefield attacking. Whenever it blocks, put a 1/1 onto the battlefield. But I think, honestly, we just want to play Keeper of Fables. We're going to pretend here that there's an opponent who's tapped out and no blockers. And so we're going to play Keeper of Fables. That's going to create... we played a cat, so we get a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to attack with Rin and Seri. It's going to connect. We get to draw a card.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like what's going on.
Draw a card. Oh, that's a really nice draw there. Unfortunately, we have to tap out and we can't really do anything else that turn. Even more potential here. This is why I like a 2. On 5, you can play a 2 and a 3, and we can really start the train rolling. Because now with Realm Walker on the battlefield, number 1, we triggered Dog. If we play these 2 creatures, we're going to tap all 5 mana. We play Loyal Warhound. Dog comes in, creates a cat, enters the battlefield. If it controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic plains, put it on the battlefield tapped. Yeah. Sorry. Here's one right there. Perfect. So that's here. We got the plains that comes on the battlefield tapped. We're just assuming that someone outramped us. So, and then Realm Walker comes in the battlefield. It's a dog and a cat. So we get a cat and a dog. Yeah, see, I just wanted to like fully represent what this deck can do with some low CMC dogs and cats. Because this board state in one turn went from Rin and Seri and Keeper of Fables, we're not really feeling great, to, oh my goodness, Bark and Meow.
Yeah, yeah. I think there might be something here. Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty sweet little deck. That's what we would do for the upgrade on this. Obviously, if you're watching this after the fact, let us know in the comments what you would do. The link is down in the description.
Laney says, when does Joel get to rest? Never.